The game starts the second that I control Lara. Welcome to Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. This is the second game in the top-down series of Tomb Raider games. I'm going to be playing new game, No Onyx, and there's quite a few skips and glitches, so I will try and explain them as they're happening.
Take the star. With its power, I can give you guidance no matter how far.
That was our first skip right there. What it consisted of was instead, normally you would have to light both of those torches and then a platform would raise for you to get up. Instead, you can just jump on top of the platform and continue from there. The next thing you'll notice is my movement. The fastest movement in this game is actually rolling. If you roll, you want to do it in a rhythmic pattern, because if you roll too fast, Laura will actually start doing cartwheels and flips, which then slows her down. Right here, 1, 2, 3. I count to 3 because normally those skeletons will block your pathway, and if you count to 3, they will not be in your path. Next, I'm gonna roll off of hit the edge of that switch and roll off of it onto the ground to get closer to the entrance of where I'm going.
The traps in this place are deadly. You must be cautious.
Useful little things, these bombs. Just try to stay clear of the blast.
We will keep that in mind.
You want to stand as close to the door as you can, for obvious reasons. Our next skip is going to be called bomb jumping. What it consists of is jumping and setting a bomb in the air and exploding it right away, and it allows you to get to areas that you normally wouldn't be able to.
We cannot afford to waste another moment. Amit will find you.
One thing at a time, please.
That actually, even though I kind of messed up and I died, it still saves a little bit of time. So our next thing that's coming up, you have to wait for this pillar. You cannot pass it. You will die no matter how many times you try it.
Your final days spent running in terror.
Our next skip is coming up right here. Normally, there's a massive puzzle here where you have to take 2 of these fireballs and set them into the middle to bring out a platform that you would have to, that would then get you into the center. Instead, you can set a bomb right here. You can set one of the bombs right here and explode it, jump up, and you're actually up to the weapon. Next, we're going to get the amulet, which is very important in the game. It allows us to have special powers, special armor, and power-ups. This amulet that we're using right now is actually the amulet we'll be using for almost the entire game.
I think we slipped past her.
We should go. Quickly.
So right now we have full power on our amulet. We're going to try not to die. Or get hit. Not die, but not get hit to save the power. If we get hit once, then we lose it, and we're going to lose a little bit of time on this first mini-boss here. And since we have to go this way anyway, we're going to jump on top of all these to collect this. It gives us a little bit extra ammo for all weapons. There we go.
It looks like she can't reach us, for now.
Demons can afford patience. As long as you are marked, Amit will hunt you.
Run, little gods! Spend your last few hours chasing a dead dream.
Next, we're gonna do our
Sense
first mini
magic
boss.
has
Since we
blocked
have
your way into the
our
temple.
amulet power, we are going to actually try for an early cycle. What we're going to be doing is setting down a bomb, stepping back, shooting him, setting down another bomb, and shooting him once more, and it should be able to kill him if I do it correctly.
Not exactly the guidance I'd hope for.
And that was our early cycle.
One step.
That tomb over there,
We try and
Osiris
activate the
has shown us
door
the way.
as
Well then, let's go
edge to
explore.
the screen as we can. That way we can get closer to the door when it opens. This level introduces these bombs. There's a little bit of setup that you want to do. You want to try and get it to yellow before you get it to the door, and then you can use your staff to explode it a little bit faster. Our next skip is coming up right here. Normally you would have to use this lever to drop down the spike door that's right there that we passed by, but instead you can just jump on the lever to get over here. Same thing for this. Normally we would have to pull out the lever to bring the ball up. Instead you can just set it right here, explode the bomb, and continue on. Next we're going to set the bomb down here. Get it set up, set down another bomb, and then we actually have to go and pull the lever like we would normally have to do. Move it out of the way. Then we want to go up here, release it so it starts to go to yellow, and go. Now we're going to try and see if we can get this. Oops, well, I just ran off, so that won't work. Normally what you have to do is turn a lever there and raise up the platforms. All you have to do is instead just jump to the grappling hook area that you would normally have to raise the platforms to get to. So doing that makes it a little bit easier for us to do this part. What you have to do is set the right at the edge of that explosion area, get the bomb, open up the switch, and as long as you set it in between this area and explode it, it will always land up there no matter what you do.
Well, of course it's a trap.
This next area is a little bit tricky. Where the spike balls fall are actually completely random. Like that? I don't know how I fell in, but
Well, of course it's a trap. We've set up a cave.
which sides fall down will always be the same.
Excellent. Another fragment of Osiris.
Now we're on to another mini boss coming up.
Back to the shrine.
With this, you can, if you know where you're standing, you can actually get early cycles for every area of this boss fight.
These ruins bear the marks of Kepri.
Yes, when Osiris built this place, it was to praise all the gods.
seek to take what is mine.
Oops.
Right. And you think I will stand idly by?
All you have to do is actually destroy only the scarabs. The scarabs are what activate the next set. And with this, all you have to destroy is the big guy. The big guy is actually the hardest part. Ooh. That was the early cycle. Normally you would have to go and you would have to raise the platforms.
With this sphere
But
of sunlight,
if you
we can gain entrance to
stand
the
right
tomb.
there, you can stand on top of the closer platforms without having to actually raise any other ones.
Look here.
This level's actually fun if you know what you're doing.
Set's influence is tearing holes in the world.
This introduces the light spheres into the
We
game.
must destroy them wherever we
As
can.
long as you know where you're aiming the mirrors, then you're all set. Like that, I went a little bit too far, or not enough.
There. Now we can bring light deeper into the tomb.
Why do you persist in this folly? You know your quest is futile.
Go,
There's
go,
no
go!
shame in surrendering to fate. To me. It is time to admit your defeat.
Not today, I'm afraid.
So this next weapon that we're getting right here is actually the weapon we're going to be using the entire game. It is a triple shot, but it goes just as fast as you're able to hit the weapons, so it can be the most powerful and the fastest.
Ah, this could prove difficult. There we are.
So we're gonna move this one to about right there. And we're going to turn this one to about right there. Nope, too much on this side. Too much again. About right there. Let's see. There we go.
There is a presence.
And
The
we're
light
on
we bring
to
has
our next
disturbed
boss.
Something up ahead. We must tread carefully.
The marks must be how Set controls his minions.
We're gonna try and set this up now, so it's a little bit easier on us later. We're gonna set that one over there, and the other one is gonna go up top.
The staff! The light will destroy the marks of Set.
now we have to do is get rid of that one. Now we're gonna save a couple of seconds doing a couple of minor things up here in just a second.
And he will crush you in his jaws.
He can try.
Hurry.
So,
with this fragment, Osiris will be able to clear the path to the temple.
First off, we're going to jump around here. That saves about a second than normally going around. Now we're going to roll underneath this, save
Osiris
just
had
a
this
little bit.
clockwork built to model the heavens.
We're gonna stand on this side and move this until the gems pop out. Once we do that, it moves by itself to the rest of where to the actual position where it's gonna stay. And now we're gonna wait for the music to lower down. And now we can skip. So this fight with Khepri
You have gods on
is
your
the first
side
time we're
too,
actually
Mr.
where the weapon actually comes in handy,
I am coming for my throne.
where the special power comes in handy.
The storm of hellfire.
Perfect.
These paths will take us to the
We're
chambers of the
we're
gods.
hoping for early cycles on Khepri, but that's all random. It's whatever Khepri wants to do at that point.
It's been thousands of years since we last saw Khepri. There is no telling what Set has done to him.
This first one will always be the same.
If it did not,
Now we're gonna switch over to that amulet. It actually gives us our ammo back. And we're gonna use the first weapons that we had in the game.
see what has become of the noble kid. He resisted.
And kill those guys so we don't get hit.
He is mine to command.
Set! You heartless bastard! You will
Okay,
pay
here
for
comes Khepri, so we're gonna switch over to the fire projectiles again.
I look forward to seeing you try.
Ooh, that was close. I almost died. We're gonna do the same thing here. Just hope not to get hit. I need that health really bad.
Here we go!
Even if you defeat Khepri, I will raise
It should
him
come
again.
around.
What is mine shall be mine until the sun goes dark.
Osiris will return, and he will see you punished for your blasphemy.
Okay, since we got hit, we're gonna just switch back over to fire projectiles. And we did get screwed over by... That wasn't bad, actually. Even with bad RNG.
No! What have you done?
Exactly what I said I would.
So right here, we're gonna do a little jump over to the steps instead of waiting for it to stop.
That's a canopic jar.
And we're back on track.
One set of the organs of Osiris. They hold
Next, we're
great
gonna go
power.
to the Tomb of the Ferryman. We're gonna
We
try and
must
get an
return
early
the
cycle
jar
to
to the
actually
shrine.
get to the tomb. As long as I don't mess up, fall or anything, I should get early cycle. And I got early cycle.
We should be able to use that wheel to get up higher.
And I messed up. Great.
Sobek, Lord of the Dark Waters, wash away the last traces of Osiris.
I'm gonna try and see if I can... There we go, I got it. If you dive off of that area after you jump up there, you can get down without having to worry about it. And I got hit. So up here I had to focus a little bit. There's a couple things that had to happen. One, there's going to be an alligator coming after me at the same time as I'm trying to...
These were once Sobek's priests. Such corruption has twisted everything.
I have to make sure... What I have to make sure is that the sun, this sun right here, is the one that lands in front. And right there.
That did it. It's open.
Now we have a tomb to explore. There must be a way past these spikes.
Once again, just skip past the enemies. There's no experience in this game, so you might as well just skip past them.
It's always best to avoid being skewered. By the look of that bridge, we'll need to move. That should provide us with a path.
Now right here, I'm gonna set the
This one
bomb
should be easy enough.
down and swim over to the left, because these spike balls that are coming down all end up in the same area. There's no randomness to it, so as long as you stay over to the left, you'll always dodge them. Next, we're gonna try for this early cycle. It can be tricky sometimes, depending on what enemies come out. Let's see, I still might be able to get it. Got it. That saves us having to actually destroy all the skeletons.
This is going to require time.
We must keep going, no matter the risk. We are close now, but the waters are rising.
Right here, I want to try and get everybody to come up here. This is where all the weapons are, where you can refill all your weapons. That was a really good fight. As long as you stand in one area, it will actually make them all spawn up there. Right here, you want to jump above. It slows you down quite a bit if you actually land in the water.
Until we reclaim Sobek's powers, we'll have to get used to the water.
They've messed me up quite a bit these past couple runs, so I'm gonna kill them. Normally you wouldn't want to kill them because it wastes time.
We
That was actually really perfect.
We have done it.
Now, we want to try and keep our amulet power for the next level. So we're gonna try and not get hit here on the final chase. There's this particular path that you can take to not get hit. And as long as I take it, I should be good. Swim all the way over to the right here, then through. Oh, nope, I messed it up. So now I have to spend a little bit of time actually collecting amulets to gather the amulet power back up. Whew. Luckily they give you a bunch here.
We have done it.
All right, let's make our way back to the shrine before we drown.
Including here. And I should be good. Because I had to collect gems for the end anyway.
You can gather up your dead god's fingers and toes till the end of time, but only I.
That wasn't that bad, collecting them. Now, the reason that I needed all of these for this level,
Oh dear. What is that?
because of the
smell?
gimmick in this level. You light up these boiling gas and they light up, which then causes the water to become deadly. But if you have the amulet power, you can actually just light them from a distance, using your torch or any weapon.
Look, the water is heating up.
Okay, come on, Laura. There we go.
Let's hurry.
We only have a few moments.
Same thing here.
Mind the gap.
I'm gonna take it safe here. Normally, sometimes you can run over that. Come on.
Well, that was satisfying.
That took forever. We're gonna get that for later. Now let's see if I can get early cycles on all
When this
these,
pool heats
all
up,
three of
the
these.
gas is directed to the next vent.
Got it. Nice.
More of Sobek's minions.
Nothing we can't handle.
That remains to be seen.
Really good fight. Okay, here's our next
Another vent,
puzzle
but
skip.
this one appears to be
Normally you would have to bring the ball over to the other side, hit the switch, and let it on fire. Instead, you can set the ball there. Oops. Set a bomb down just to the edge of the ball. Then explode it and jump off.
Don't look down.
You now just skip that puzzle.
Just need to think it through.
Up here, there is no really good way of actually skipping this, so we just had to do it normally.
We are close. We have brought the fire nearly to the end.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump down with it, grab it up, and go up. That's probably the fastest way to do that. And we're gonna give it another tiny boost, put it up here, then bomb it over here, and in. And that's the end of lighting those things on fire. We skipped every puzzle in this level. Right here, you can just go all the way to the front and jump up and light that one on fire. Normally, you have to wait for all those to go, and then they will light on, and then you can light them on fire. But if you go over there,
We are not free yet. Keep moving.
I just went through that guy.
Just a little bit further. Ah, we've done it.
That was a really good level. Next, we have where usually they would want you to go across and actually put it inside, put the next one onto the stand, but instead we're going to get another piece before we actually go there. So we're gonna swim in the water and go over to the next area. This actually has the hardest skip in the entire game in it. It's called the OPS, or the Oracle Poison Skip. Oops, wrong one. Menuing. So, I'm gonna try this trick twice. And if I can't get it, then I'm gonna do it normally. But if I do this correctly, it'll save. I haven't counted it out yet, but oh. One more try, and then we'll do it normally. Got it. Let's go. This saves quite a bit of time, because you'll already be down on the ground next to the bomb when you explode it, instead of having to run all the way up, put the bomb on there, and then I'm gonna Alright, and now we're on to the actual Oracle fight itself. This, where he pops up is completely random. Besides this first one, he will always go right there. And I believe up here or down there. Nope. The first one will always be in that one spot.
There it is.
So right here we're gonna try and destroy the scarabs that come out. That's the only way that the fight will actually continue. And as far as ammo goes, we never know what's gonna happen because it's completely random as to what they'll give us. Got it. Good for you. Ah! I need help really bad. I got really lucky there. Because if you actually die during that fight, you have to do the whole fight over again, and it wastes quite a bit of time.
You are but dust before me.
We have beaten your minions again and again. You may not see it, but we...
Next is the Sobek fight. Sobek fight is where it becomes completely random. Once again, now that we're changing everything, all we have to do is wait for the gems to pop out, which is about right there, and you can continue on, and it will go to where it has to.
If Set had full control of this device, he would threaten the entire world.
This next boss can actually get hurt by its own fireball, its own thunder, which can be good if it actually happens.
It does my heart good to hear him this angry.
That was a really good fight.
Look, the waters have receded. Osiris is with us. It is time.
Ah! Got stuck in the corner there. All we need for this fight is actually the staff. We won't be attacking Sobek with any regular weapons.
Show them how a real god repays.
We don't have to move because it will always spawn you in a different place. We're hoping for it to spawn the first bomb right here where it always does. And it did, but he destroyed it.
Stand fast. We must stay on the raft.
And I got the glitch. Alright.
He's coming around.
That's really good. Now we want Sobek to be over here.
Did it. He's wounded. Now's our chance.
We must swim out to him. It's the only way.
I might have got it. I'm not sure though. Yes, I did. No, I did not. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. That one I can't blame on him, because that wasn't all my fault. But everything else, I'll blame on him. I just made him kill himself. Alright. We need him over here. Good. We can actually set the bomb down early and explode it. Ooh, I didn't die. Good. What? That still wasn't a bad silver fight. We need him over here again. Nice. Okay, right here you can do a little bit of a skip. If you repeatedly press A and towards the steps, you'll actually land on top of the steps. Normally you would have to swim over to them. But doing that, you jump out of the cutscene.
A canopic jar. We have come a long way. I only hope it will be enough.
Right here, we're just gonna go across. We're not gonna drop off anything.
Turns to ice, and I am near.
Don't listen to him.
Do not listen to him. We will be victorious.
There, we're getting close.
Let us hope we're not too late.
This next level, the Torturer, is actually
A bridge.
a little bit different. We're actually going to be collecting all the red skulls in this level because the weapon that it gives us at the end is actually really good. Or not weapon, the item that it gives us at the end after we collect all of them is really good.
That's ominous.
Take heed. One wrong step, and there will be no one left to stand against Set.
That's a few less spikes to deal with.
Alright. Right here I do the same thing, I just skip right past it. Raise that wall so nobody can get to me. Pull this out.
The way forward is
Release
open.
it. Jump up. Then over. Now right here we have a little bit of setup to do. We're gonna set it right here, not put it in. Jump up, and over. Then we're gonna set this right about there. Set the bomb down. And launch. Now if you stand behind these spikes, they are not able to hit you, but you are able to hit them. We're gonna get our second red skull right there. So what we're gonna do here is we're not gonna put this we're not gonna put this, or we're gonna wait to put this one in. We're gonna set that right here. Then we're gonna put this one in. This one in.
Quickly. We must find
And
the
put
path
this
to the
one
next
in.
Now, let's find our way out of here.
This must be a trap.
I'd be surprised if it weren't.
And right here's your third red skull. That's almost impossible, in my opinion, to actually miss. If you can, I would be shocked. Right here, we're gonna get our fourth red skull. As long as I don't... Ah, I always do that. I got the red skull, though. So then up here... Stand up here. Stand down here. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, up here. Now we're gonna grab this health upgrade.
We're trapped.
Keep calm. We can do this.
Such bravado from the damned. Perhaps I shall test your resolve.
More of them.
We've done it.
We're not yet safe. Keep going.
And we're gonna get our last red skull right up here. And we're gonna equip it.
This is it. We have nearly enough to complete his statue. We are so close.
Next, we're gonna go to the Pharaoh fight, which is, in my opinion, the most fun boss fight. I always do that for some reason.
What is this?
I do not know.
Here we go.
Now we're gonna play a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie. And one more time. So now we're on to the final stage of the Pharaoh. That was a really good fight.
It is done.
Let's not celebrate until we're out of here.
Alright. Let's see what we get. Legendary weapon. What did it give us? Nope, shotgun. You want to hope for a ring or an amulet there.
This is the tomb of Osiris's architect.
This is the final level before the final boss.
Even the tombs are frozen.
Set's power has grown beyond measure.
I almost died there.
Let us pray we are not too late.
Pray to whom exactly?
We are in no
position to be discriminated.
These poor souls once sacrificed themselves to build this engine, and now Set demands they fight for him, even in death.
Wait, let's be cautious.
Alright, we have one little tiny skip right here. So normally you would have to go on both of, and you go on both of those and wait for the third one. You instead can just jump around. Ah, now I have to wait. You actually can't jump to the next area if you're frozen like that. Ah! There we go. A little bit slower, but not bad. There we go.
This calls for caution.
There we go. That was really fast. Perfect. There we go.
Not a moment to spare.
All right. Get up there, Laura. We're gonna try and get through this without them actually hitting us. Good, good. And we hit the perfect cycle for this fire.
Let's time this right. There, that wasn't so bad.
There we go.
Osiris's architect was a genius, but I suspect he was more than a little mad.
I got lucky I did not die there. I just have to be careful until this next area, but I should be good.
Come on, let's keep moving. Judging by the heat from below, just about restarted the engine.
We must run!
There's no time! She's right behind us!
Beautiful.
Hurry! We're almost free! We're close now.
Set surely has something else in store for us.
Then we'll be ready.
We want to banish the cold. I wanted to do that on purpose so I could actually get the power, the amulet power. We're gonna need it for this. Whew. Let's go.
Set's chamber awaits. Are we ready?
It is time, whether we wish it or not. You've done more than we had any right to ask of you mortals. You do not have to come with us now.
You couldn't stop.
We can't go any earlier because you will die, but you can.
That did it.
When you are dead, I will make puppets from your corpses. I promised you once, you will bow before me.
You call yourself a god. You're nothing. Scarabs!
I will not rest until I have devoured all of creation. Until I am the center of all things.
Enough of your boast! We can drive him back! Set! I saw you something!
You have not won. It will take more than that to stop me.
Then let's see what you've got.
And I died. I usually die at least once during this end area.
You have not won. It will take more than that to stop me.
Then let's see what you've got. Light will always banish the dark.
No way!
You have not won. It will take more than that to stop me.
Then let's see what you've got. Light will always banish the dark, set.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Horus,
is
please.
Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris.
Osiris? My beloved?
That was a really good run. And I explained all the tricks that I could. And I hope that this gets chosen.